Hi, my name is Hillel Cooperman. I'm a Senior Vice President of User Experience Design here at Oracle. I want to talk to you today about the importance of user experience in terms of your applications. I think for a long time, when it came to enterprise software, user experience was important, but maybe not as much of a priority as it needed to be. We didn't think about tools in terms of the kind of environment they're created for people at their jobs. We thought of them just in terms of their functionality and in terms of, well, can you do the job or not? But over time, as people got more facile with technology and people got smartphones and people got all this beautiful software in their personal lives, they realized, like, why can't the experiences that I have at work and the technology that I use at work be just as polished, be just as intuitive, be just as accessible and responsive, be just as even beautiful as the technology that I use to engage with my friends, to run my life. And that's the question we started asking ourselves at Oracle. We've always cared about user experience, but could we push the envelope? Could we raise the bar? Could we make it so that, in fact, the user experience of the applications and the technology you use at work or in your organization, in your enterprise, were consumer grade? And that's what I want to talk to you about today. Because when you make your user experience great, your employees, your users, the people who you work with are going to actually enjoy doing their jobs more. They're going to feel more productive. Let me show you what I mean. The first assumption we made is that enterprise software is just software and enterprise customers are just human beings, right? There's no difference. They want the same kind of polished experience. They want the same great tools that they use in other parts of their lives, and there's no reason they shouldn't have them. And some people think that just because enterprise technology, or enterprise scenarios rather, are, I don't know, more complex sometimes than things you do in your personal life, that is not only not a reason for the experience not to be simple, it's a reason to actually work harder to make the experience simple and approachable and accessible. Every day here at Oracle, we're working hard to get users to fall in love with the tools and technology and us as providers, one interaction at a time. Yeah, this is a journey. This is a journey to help users, with every single moment they interact with the technology to get their jobs done, to make sure every bit of it is intuitive and polished. And yeah, getting them to fall in love with those tools. I know that may sound funny. Maybe it makes you a little uncomfortable. But think about the chef who loves their knives and takes such good care of them and won't even leave them in the kitchen at the restaurant overnight because they're worried someone might touch them. Or the carpenter who has this beautiful set of tools they've been using for decades to craft that perfect piece of furniture. Yeah, we all have tools that we love. And there's no reason why the tools that your employees use to get their jobs done shouldn't be tools that they love as well. And be glad that they're working in your enterprise, in your organization that cares enough about them to give them tools that are that polished. So we have a new approach. Our approach is called Redwood. Redwood is the name of our design system. Redwood is actually the name of our approach and our experience. And it's the kind of user experience you create when you use the Oracle Applications Platform. You create Redwood applications. So let me give you a quick tour of what some of the Redwood applications might look and feel like, and then we'll talk about what that entails. The first thing you should know is that Redwood is not just an experience, but it is built on the Oracle Applications Platform. And that's a platform that not only we use, but that we give you. We'll talk more about that in a second. There's really 5 key pillars of Redwood and what we offer you. The first we talked about already. There's no reason why people at work should have to compromise in the quality of the experience of the technology and tools that they use to get their jobs done. All of these tools should be consumer grade or better. That's right. We believe that with Redwood, we can, with your help, get to a place where these experiences are even better than consumer experiences, where we raise the bar for the entire industry, and now consumer experiences start to copy enterprise applications. That's right. Second, using your words. And this is something that, again, not just us as a technology provider, but you as technologists in your enterprise can really think about hard in terms of the posture you take with your users. Let me be specific. When a user tries to come up with a task that they want to do, when they think about what they want to accomplish with technology, they usually have a name for it. With most software, they have to figure out, well, what is that called in the software? How does the technology refer to that? Like, let's take expenses, for example. So let's say a user is trying to find expenses. Now, here in our system, we call that facility expenses. Seems obvious, but some users might call it something else. They might not be thinking about that. They might call it submitting a receipt, reimbursement, get my money back. Whatever they type in, our goal is to learn what they type and then be able to take them to the right place. Now, this is not just a feature. This is a posture. This is a service-oriented posture of how we approach technology here at Oracle. And the right way we think the user experience should be. The user experience should be in service of the user, where instead of the user having to adapt to the technology adapts to them and learns the way they think about things so they can get to it easily. Like I said, we learn from you, not just in how we name things, but in making recommendations. Every time a user has to interact with technology, their job is to make a choice. They're making choices, they're entering information, they're choosing how to route things, they're choosing what to do. In fact, we look at those choices over time so that we can make recommendations at every one of those opportunities that are tuned based on what that user's done in the past, what their team or their department's done in the past, or maybe even what your whole organization has done in the past. And of course, we use Oracle, artificial intelligence, and machine learning to do that. I think it's safe to say that Oracle is a company that has earned a reputation as having technology that is a great place to store your data. And we're proud of that. But we also think that we can earn a reputation as the company that is not only the best at storing your data, but the best at bringing that data to life with incredibly sophisticated, powerful, and performant visualizations. Yes, sometimes the best way to look at data is in a table, but maybe looking at 60,000 nodes on this supply chain network should be looked at in a different way to give different insights. And maybe we can even pull those insights out and show them to you in advance. And then finally, and I think this is the most important thing to understand about the way we approach user experience. At Oracle, we aspire not to give you a subset, not to give you a little mini version of what we use, but the very same platform that we use to build our applications is the very same platform, tools, libraries, services, APIs, components, SDKs, to not only customize our applications, but to build your very own. That's right. The Oracle Applications Platform that's used to build Redwood user experiences is not just what we use, but is now available to you. So not only are there components that you can use to go and assemble your applications, right? All of these designed to be state-of-the-art with every refined latest micro interaction built in, accessible, responsive, localizable, etc., out of the gate. But also the guidelines on how to access those, and more importantly, page templates. Page templates and patterns are our notion for how to make this easier. It turns out that conveniently, because we're building enterprise software, yeah, there's a lot of special cases, but actually there's also a lot of patterns that repeat in enterprise software. Like, for example, a form. That's right. There's a lot of forms sometimes that people have to fill out. And when you're filling out a form, shouldn't you have all the benefit of all the learning we've had from years and years, decades of experience in making these things really sing. I know it's crazy to think about having a form be that beautiful and have it be that performant and easy to use and beautiful to use and having someone actually love doing that. But we've created these templates and these patterns that you can reuse. You drag them and drop them in the tool, and suddenly it's all built for you. You just hook it up to the back end and you're off to the races. And these templates out of the gate are accessible, they're responsive, they're beautiful, and they're intuitive. And you can ensure coherence and ease of use and consistency for your users, not just by using our software, but actually building your own using these pre-built page templates. Let me show you some examples of the first wave of Redwood user experiences that are already shipping in our software that when you choose Oracle's applications, your users get the benefit of. Here's the employee profile and connections. Here's the org hierarchy, again, both desktop and mobile out of the gate. The HCM Opportunity Marketplace, available now, already won an award. HCM Journeys, really innovative user experiences, again, available on desktop and mobile out of the gate, helping guide people through the experience. CX Mobile Sales, CX Unity, Content and Experience Cloud. This is just a sample. Even Visual Builder, the very tool you use to build Redwood applications on the Oracle Applications Platform, is a Redwood application itself. I know, it bends your brain a little bit, but kind of cool. Oracle Integration Process Workspace, and around the corner, self-service procurement on mobile and, of course, desktop as well. All these things are coming, and this is just a sampling of what's coming. I want to give you one reaction, and I don't show you this to declare victory or to say, oh my God, we're done. We are just at the beginning. Redwood is a journey, not a destination. But we're very proud of the fact that already Redwood's gotten some recognition. So in 2021, Redwood was the award winner for user experience from San Francisco Design Week. San Francisco Design Week is a really amazing conference every year, an amazing event every year, looking for the absolute best in design across all manner of design disciplines, architecture, branding, illustration, user experience. And it's not often that a company the size of Oracle wins an award at San Francisco Design Week. And I'm proud to say that not only did we win in 2021, but in fact, I'm proud to announce right now, we also won San Francisco Design Week User Experience Award in 2022 as well. And I tell you this again, not to say, oh my God, we're done, not to pat ourselves on the back, but to show you this matters. This matters. Your users, your employees, they care about the tools they use. And because when they're not working for them, they will tell you. They will tell you. But when they are working for them, you know how it makes them feel? It makes them feel seen, it makes them feel heard, and it makes them feel understood, and it makes them feel like they work at a company that cares. And we are here to learn from you and to be your partner and to deliver you not only user experiences out of the box that make your users feel heard, seen, and understood and cared for, but also to keep building the platform in a way that you can extend our applications and build your own that engender those same reactions or better. We love customers whose bar is high because that's how we are held accountable to making sure our bar is high. So if you care deeply about user experience, we want to hear from you. We want to talk to you. We want to listen to you, and we want to help keep making Redwood the state-of-the-art user experience platform for building enterprise applications, the best in the world. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your time, and I hope to see you soon in person, online, and so we can talk about how to make Redwood even better.